How's it going? So today we're going to do a lesson on ordered pairs, and around the title you can see some examples of what an ordered pair looks like. Okay, before we get into like ordered pairs and some other terms that you'll need to know, let's just talk about how to map something on some kind of a map. So we're going to do two example problems, and I'm going to zoom in so you can see these problems a little bit better. Okay, so the first one says, from the dining hall, a camper rides her bike 4 units north to the nature center. Okay, so we start at the dining hall, right? Because that's what it says. And then the camper rides her bike 4 units north. So this is north, right? So you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 to the nature center. So we know that 1, 2, 3, 4, this is the nature center. Okay, then she rides her bike 5 units east. So east is this way, so 5 units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1 unit south to her cabin. So 5 over to the east and 1 south. This is her cabin. Okay, so now the campfire is 1 unit west. So we go 1 over west and 3 units south. 1, 2, 3. So this is the campfire. Okay, so we're done with our very first map. Now let's try one more just to kind of practice. And this says, from the zoo entrance, so this is the zoo entrance, Marco walks 3 units east to the gift shop. So he goes 1, 2, 3 spots over. This is the gift shop. Okay, then he walks 4 units north to the bear exhibit. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is the bear exhibit. Do you notice how I'm labeling stuff too? It's really important to do that so you know where everything's located, or it'll look like just a bunch of dots, you know? The lion exhibit is located 2 units south, 1, 2, and 1 unit west. This is west. So that's the lion exhibit. Also, do you notice how I'm putting the dots where the 2 lines meet? That's where you want to put it. You don't want to put it in the middle. You want to go where the 2 lines meet and put a dot there, okay? All right, so there are some examples for you on how to map locations. Okay, so now that we've had a little warm-up, we're now going to talk about some important words you're going to see in this lesson, okay? So I'm going to zoom in again. Okay, so the first set of terms you need to know is a coordinate plane, okay? So a coordinate plane is basically made when you put 2 lines together that are perpendicular, okay? For example, right here, this is a coordinate plane. Do you see how there are 2 lines and they're perpendicular? That means you can pretty much put like something square right here. So they don't run next to each other like this, but more like this. Okay, so that's a coordinate plane. Now the next word you need to know is an origin, which is this little spot right here. It's 0, 0, okay? So that's an origin, and that means it's like the very center of a coordinate plane, or you haven't gone over right or up at all. You're just right there at 0, 0. Okay, so the other thing you need to know is the line that's horizontal is the x-axis, okay? The line that is running vertical is the y-axis. So those are a lot of really important words you're going to see. One more thing that you're also going to need to know is what an ordered pair is. This is an example of an ordered pair. You put 2 parentheses around your 2 numbers you're working with, but this is basically what x is, and that's what y is. Okay, so this is how many spots you went over on the x-axis, And then this is how many spots you went up on the y-axis, okay? So you went over 3 and up 5, and you'd put a dot there, okay? You'll know a little bit more about this here in just a moment. I just want to say first, just as a little example, picture it like this. If you were to get into an elevator, you have to go in first, right? You have to go in first before you go up or down. So the first step, go in, then go up or down. So this is what you go in, and that's what you go up or down, okay? We don't have to worry about down right now or anything. We're just going over and up, okay? So you go in first, then you go up. All right, let's do some practice problems. All right, here is our coordinate plane. As you can see, there's a bunch of points on it, and usually a capital letter represents a point. You can also say point with the capital letter, but it's important for it to be capital to show it's a point. It's the name of a point, okay? Again, this is the X, this is the Y. You go in first, then up. Okay, so here's our directions. Use the graph for exercises 1 through 6. Locate and name each ordered pair. So this first set of terms, or sorry, these first answers are going to be ordered pairs. So I'm just going to put my parentheses on here and get it all set up. You're also going to need to put a comma in between to separate it, okay? So that's what you need to have first, and then you just put the numbers in it. So let's look for M. So M's right there. So we basically need to go over first, remember, 3, and up 7. So it's 3, 7. Don't forget, go in the elevator first, then you go up. Okay, next one is P. So you basically go over 6 and up 3. So it's 6, 3. Okay, our next one is point J. And point J is basically 4 over and 5 up. 4 on the x-axis and 5 on the y-axis. Okay, so we're done with that first set. Now let's go to our second set. We're going to locate and name each point. We're doing the exact same thing, but this time you're going to name the point. Do you notice how all of these are capital letter? That's what you're going to do down here. Okay, so let's look for the first one. The first one is over 1 and up 3. So you go over 1, up 3. It's N. Okay, our next one is 5, 6. So you're going to go over 5, up 6. And that was L. Our next one is 0, 6. You go over 0, and I think that kind of throws people off because they're like, wait, what am I supposed to do? Well, it's just 0, so you don't have to go anywhere. You just stay here, but then you go up 6. Okay, so that's H. Okay, so there's a few practice problems. Now I'm going to have you try some on your own. Just remember, go in the elevator first, then go up. And the line that goes this way is the x-axis. The line that goes this way is the y. You go the x first and then the y. Okay, all right, good luck.